Have you ever seen a video online and just gotten a bad feeling about it? Well, today we're diving into a viral Hindi horror story that takes that feeling and turns it into an absolute nightmare. This is a ghost story for the digital age, all about revenge, technology, and a curse that goes viral. So, right off the bat, we're hit with this chilling question. It's the whole hook of the story. In a world where anything can be recorded and shared with millions in a second, what if a ghost figured out how to use that as a weapon? It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? That what you watch online could literally be the last thing you ever see. 19 minutes. Think about that. It's not a lot of time, right? Maybe long enough for a coffee break. But in this story, 19 minutes is an executioner's timer. This number isn't random. It's a deadly countdown, a horrifying signature that links two completely unexplainable deaths. All right, so let's get into the curse itself. Our story kicks off with a guy named Samarth. He's a wealthy, kind of careless college student, and his life is about to take a very dark turn when he meets a mysterious woman outside his college. She introduces herself as Sia. He's completely captivated by her, and she easily lures him to a hotel room. But then, things get weird. She pulls out her phone, starts recording, and tells him she just likes to capture beautiful moments. And the timer on that video? You guessed it. It's set for exactly 19 minutes. After their meeting, Saya just disappears, vanishes. But that 19-minute video? Oh, it does not disappear. In fact, it goes viral. The very next day, Samarth is found dead in his bed, his face just frozen in this silent scream. The police said it looked like he was literally scared to death. And just when you think it can't get any stranger, the absolute horror repeats itself. Samarth's friend Vivan sees that viral video and is of course horrified. But then he meets the exact same woman. This time, she calls herself Sonia, but the pattern is identical. The seduction, the 19-minute video, and 2 days later, another body, found in the exact same terrifying state. It's a deadly déjà vu. So now you have two dead students, two viral videos, the whole city is in a panic. This bizarre and terrifying case lands on the desk of Inspector Yagyaveer. Now, this guy is a classic, by-the-book cop. He doesn't believe in ghosts. He believes in cold, hard evidence. Yagyaveer immediately sees the glaring connection. It's the woman. The same woman, using different names, shows up right before each victim dies. To him, it's simple. She's his prime suspect, and he is determined to track her down and figure out what is going on. So his team gets to work, and pretty quickly, they get an ID. The woman's name is Disha. But this is where the case goes from a strange mystery to something completely impossible. The background check comes back, and it says that Disha committed suicide 5 years ago. How can his prime suspect be a ghost? While Yagyaveer is trying to wrap his logical mind around this, he learns something else. There's a third friend in their group, a guy named Kunal, and Miss Cold Dread just washes over him. He knows, without a doubt, Kunal has to be the next target. It's a race against time. And it's like a scene right out of a horror movie. A huge storm is raging, and Yagyaveer is flooring it to Kunal's house, but he gets stuck in this massive traffic jam. Every second that ticks by feels like an eternity, as the rain just pounds on his windshield. At that exact same moment, Kunal is home alone, and his doorbell rings. He opens it up to find a beautiful woman completely soaked from the rain asking for shelter. He recognizes her face from the viral videos, but she just gives him this disarming smile and says her name is Disha. And Kunal, ignoring every single warning sign his brain must be screaming at him, invites her inside. It doesn't take long for the deadly ritual to start all over again. The phone comes out, the recording begins, and that fateful 19-minute timer starts its countdown. Inspector Yagyaveer finally gets there and just breaks the door down, but he's too late. Kunal is already dead, and standing right over his body is the woman from the videos. He is finally face to face with the killer, and she is not human. The inspector is just frozen in shock as the spirit begins to speak. Her voice is this chilling mix of deep sadness and white-hot rage. She explains that this isn't random, it's revenge. And then she tells the inspector to take out his own phone and record her confession. She needs a witness. And here it is, the awful truth behind her vengeance. 5 years earlier, Disha was just a young woman looking for a job. The fathers of Samarth, Vivan, and Kunal, they lured her to an office, they assaulted her, and they filmed the entire horrific act. They used that video to blackmail and abuse her again and again until she was so broken that she ended her own life. So you see, her revenge was never really about the sons. She came back from the grave to make their fathers suffer, to destroy the people they loved the most. She wanted to give them a taste of the exact same pain and public humiliation that they had put her through.
She tells the inspector that her spirit is trapped, forced to relive the 19 minutes of her assault for all eternity. And that's why her revenge is such a perfect, twisted mirror of their crime. She uses seduction to lure them, a viral video as her weapon, and public shame as the final, devastating punishment.
So you can see this tragic direct line from one horrific crime to the next. The father's original sin created a ghost seeking supernatural revenge, and that revenge, in turn, leads to a final earthly justice. Inspector Yagya Veer uses his recording of the ghost's confession to have all three of the businessmen arrested. And this is the haunting question the story leaves us with. It's a perfect mix of an ancient ghost story and a very, very modern nightmare. In a world where viral shame can destroy a life in minutes, where exactly does justice end and vengeance begin?